Thank you, Jeff. Now, this was the aftermath of that violent Ybor City shooting last year. This was Halloween weekend, you'll recall. A teenage boy and a 20-year-old man were killed. Others were injured. Well, now Tampa city leaders and community members are debating whether a curfew for young people will help restore a sense of peace. News Channel 8's Lenny Supal is joining us live in Tampa. So what is the city considering here specifically, Lenny?
Good evening, Keith. Well, the city council specifically considering a citywide ordinance that would be for kids under 16 years old, and it would take effect at 11 p.m. on weeknights and midnight on weekends. And this all stems from that deadly mass shooting in Ybor City back in October that left 2 people killed. And tonight we're hearing from one of the victims' families about their questions that they're asking the police chief about how it would be enforced. Tonight, critical conversations inside the Howard Blake High School auditorium in Tampa about cracking down on teen violence and if a proposed citywide curfew for kids under 16 could help.
We are in favor of a curfew if it helps what we're going through, if it would help prevent that. How can we target that group with this curfew? How do we enforce it to have a real meaning, and how would it prevent the Ybor City tragedy that has affected my family?
The Boonstapple family speaking out in support of the curfew. They believe it could have been a deterrent to the gun violence that claimed their son in Ybor City last October. 20-year-old Harrison Boonstapple and 14-year-old Elijah Wilson were killed in a mass shooting. Dozens of others were injured.
Anything that can help the situation that would have prevented my son from not be killed in Ybor City on October 29th, I'm in favor of. There's other longer-term things that can be done, too.
Tampa Police Chief Lee Burkaw says a curfew could be a tool and a possible solution.
In Miami-Dade, they found that it was a deterrent. In Atlanta, they found that it reduced crime. But then you can find other cities where it wasn't effective. So it comes down as bringing the community together.
However, feelings are mixed about whether a curfew would help and if City Council is prepared to make the wide sweeping decision.
With us, this is very serious. There's a lot of incidents and deaths that have occurred, and I just implore City Council not to vote on this.
And Chief Lee Burkaw went on to say that there's actually several exceptions that the curfew would have. It would not apply to kids who are with a parent or legal guardian. It would be a written warning for the first offense, $50 fine for the second offense, and that he would have extensive training for all of his officers involved. So, of course, we'll have more on that. City Council expected to vote on the ordinance next Thursday, January 25th. Reporting live in downtown Tampa, Lenny Supal, 8 on your side.